All right, let's do this. What do you say, boys? What do you say now? We're rolling on the podcast. We are live here on Facebook, PhillyYoungster.com. Of course, Philly Youngsters' own Adrian Fedke and Ant Mazziotti in the building. What up, everybody? Yes, Tuesday evening. We do this every Tuesday. Tony Cotillo normally joins us. We look to boys. I'll tell you, man. I've just been struggling to really, get after because of the weather. The weather has taken me down so much. Has it not affected you like this?
I mean, it's April and they're still calling for snow.
There was snow
ridiculous.
Today. There was snow today.
Yeah, that's no bueno.
They were saying they said that there's a freeze tonight. Ugh. It was snowing today. I'm losing my freaking mind.
The seasons are all screwed up because then it's like it was like November and it was still hot, and now it's like April and it's cold.
Are you I'm alone on this? You guys are cool. You guys are taking this in stride. Like, I'm thinking drastic stuff. Like, I'm thinking I have to move. I gotta get richer so I can have like a snow house.
So you want to be in Florida?
Yeah. Why not? Life. I'm talking on my ass because it's not going to happen.
I know it's not going to happen.
My other half is upstairs. My wife
just bought this place.
My wife would never. Yeah, exactly. My wife would never be down with it. I don't think Key West influencer would happen. I don't think that would work. I'm not sure. Although I would love
Sarasota influencer.
Let me tell you right now, I'd love the freaking challenge. I'd love the challenge. Key West influencer. I'm in. No, but my mom is up there in Scranton. She just bought a house, so. There's a lot of reasons to stay, and plus I love it. But the weather, man, it's killing me. All right,
KWI.
Enough about that.
KWI Daily.
Yeah, let's talk about what we're supposed to be talking about here, and that's obviously the 76ers.
They lost the game yesterday.
Yeah, first time and since early
March 13th against Indiana.
March 13th against Indiana.
I think that's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people are freaking out.
I would hope not.
Yeah,
no way.
Well, but again, all that goes to the side. This is the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, if somebody was to sit there and tell me, hey, Sean, I'm not freaking out, but I definitely want to see Joel Embiid next game, I'm not going to argue with that. And I think that's an important issue to start off with that I hope we're all in agreement with here. And there is no ifs, ands, buts about it. Joel Embiid better be playing Game 3, and I think he let everybody know exactly how he felt when he posted this last night, about 5 minutes after the game.
It did take long. It did not take long.
Hello, 2018.
He could not wait to press send.
Hello, 2018. Brett Brown had to answer this at the podium.
Yeah, he took it in stride.
Oh, it was money. He used the word flavor 2 times, which was tremendous.
Nice.
Strong use of the word flavor, Brett Brown. And we're going to talk about our coaches and how well they speak.
How they're
all of them,
spoken.
except for one who just doesn't talk at all. We'll get into that in a minute, or a little bit later. Brett talking about the flavor. Yeah, that's just Joel Embiid's flavor. Yeah, he's fucking sick and tired of being babied. So that tells me one thing, guys. Let's start there. That tells me one thing. He could have went in Game 2.
And I'll tell you what, the last time he did this was when they put him on a minutes restriction earlier on the season. He complained about it, and then all of a sudden they wiped away the minutes restriction. They're like, all right, go out there and play, Joel. And they let him play. So there's no doubt in my mind he's playing Game 3.
But he could have went in Game 2, though.
Maybe.
Ooh, that doesn't irk you? That doesn't make... Where's Tony?
I'll say this.
Bring up the Tony a little bit.
Because they struggled on the defensive end of the floor last night.
Of course.
They did.
Joel Embiid's incredible on defense.
48.8%. And what happens there is Miami slows down the pace, right? And they're able to dictate the pace because of what they were doing on the offensive end. So if you get some more stops, that lets you go out and run in the open floor. That lets Ben Simmons gallop like a thoroughbred, what he likes to do, and it also opens up the three-point shot. So you get some open looks in transition. 7 of 36 from 3 last night, and that's after going 18 of 28 in Game 1. Playoff record, franchise record, 18 three-pointers in Game 1. So, people talked about Miami slowed down the pace. Well, the Sixers let them slow it down because they couldn't get stops on defense.
Amp, how you feeling about that?
You make good points. I am on the other school of thought. I wouldn't rush Joel Embiid back. If he's still hurt, I know he just passed concussion protocol, but if he's still hurt, if they still think that his face is weak, if the bone structure underneath is weak and he's at risk of getting injured.
Which is fair because it's about his vision.
Yeah, I think Let him sit out another game.
But isn't that what the mask is there for? I'm not trying to play doctor here at Conshohocken.
I don't. How much could that mask possibly stop? How thick is that mask? What is the mask actually going to stop?
I mean, okay. So you're telling me what? Kelly Olynyk goes up, and Joel Embiid takes the charge underneath. Olynyk's elbow hits him in the face. There could be serious contact. You never know. I mean, hell, nobody thought that original hit with Markelle Fultz would do the damage that it did.
True.
Right?
Yep.
So anything could catch you flush or anything like that. So I'm with you. I'm not trying to sit there and say, I don't want to be barbaric, but at the same time, it's the playoffs.
No, and you're right.
It's the playoffs, man.
It's one game, and they took what was, I'm going to say, like, 98%.
Yeah, it's one game, but he hasn't played in forever. He's got to get out there.
That was Miami's best shot. The Sixers can win without Embiid. I think they'll be fine.
Well,
he can get out there in Game 4.
That's another point that I think is everybody's missing. I'm starting to hear a little bit of it, but it was the first thing that hit me was, wait a minute, like, this guy's going to take a minute. We know Joel Embiid. Dude, it took him freaking 3 months to catch a rhythm. Yep. He was out there heaving. He didn't play back-to-backs. You got
to get those sea legs back under you.
Exactly. Like, this isn't something snapping the fingers. So, I saw him working out. Pregame. Look, I have a video right here. Let's play this. Boom. This is for the people that are watching. Shout out.
This is the John Clark video?
No, this is a shout out Keith Pompey. It's a little grainy. We apologize. But this is what happens in the Philly studios. Nothing's perfect in life. Hell, we got Adrian Fedke on the track tonight. I mean, we're scraping the barrel these days, I love you. Shout out to you, man.
I got to go to bed.
You are working you're working the board where at now?
Working the board at 920 the Jersey.
My man.
So doing some Trenton Thunder games. So if you're hearing it, if you're a big Trenton Thunder fan, I'm producing those games.
Well, the beautiful thing about us and what we all do and what we all know we have to do is grind. And we're all over the place. So continue to do what you're doing, my friend. But right now we're watching Keith Pompey's video from Joel Embiid. I'm talking. This was before game 2, pre-game 2, and he looked fine in that video. Yeah. So my question is, okay, dude. And Joel comes out after the game yesterday and says, I'm babied. Like, he could have went in game 2. I don't want to look back at this and say it was a mistake. And that's fair right now. Don't tell me. And I got a lot of friends that, everybody in this community, they're all good people inside the 76ers. We all root for them, whatever. But, dude, if he could have went in game 2, I'm not even
you would have helped that defense drastically.
I'm not trying to freak out because I still think they win. I'm not trying to go down that road, and I apologize. I do, because I was freaking out a little bit, but I still think they're going to win this series.
I do too.
So
I had 6 games before the series even started.
I need to relax. I will own up to that. I apologize. Let me just hold up. It took us a minute. We were having some glitches.
What Ant said that is correct.
The gnarly head wine is empty. It's done.
What he said is correct. That was Miami's.
The gnarly head wine is cash. The gnarly head wine is cash.
That was pretty much Miami's best shot.
Baby!
You're screwing me up!
Cut me up some strawberries and yogurt. Now,
But seriously, all right, Dwayne Wade, 28 points last night. Now, granted, he has a history of doing well against the Sixers and all that good stuff. But are we going to expect him to consistently hit these fadeaway contested 20-footers the whole series?
Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
Dwayne Wade.
That's D-W-Y-A-N-E. Some people don't know how to spell his name.
He was unbelievable last night.
He was.
Unbelievable.
He was.
We're going to talk about our guys. We're going to get into Ben Simmons, but we got to show a little love to Flash. It was turn back the clock night. And he absolutely, he was in his zone, dude.
Yeah, 15 points in the second quarter. That's when they won the game. It was 34-13 in that period. And they were leading at halftime by 14. And there you go. They couldn't get enough at the end. They came, but they didn't come enough.
He was in the zone. Have you guys ever been in the zone before? Have you ever been in the zone?
I'd say I have in my beer pong game.
Nah,
yes.
Okay, no, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's
my
fair.
beer pong game.
I just want to be on point and let everybody know that you can be in the zone and whatever.
Yeah,
the zone just happens.
I once
been in the zone
made like 6 in a row.
Writing in college, but I've been in the zone.
In the zone writing.
I
like that.
Really in.
No doubt. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. Sometimes. it never happens on the freaking course, but it happens at the driving range. I feel like I'm in the zone, of course.
Okay.
I hope, of course, now I'm going to get ripped. You hit like 10, 15 consecutive shots, crisp, pure. You're like, oh my God. And it never works out for me like that. I don't know, frickin' though.
Well,
hopefully it
in
does.
high school, I did shoot a 75.
You shot a 75.
But right now, I ain't shooting in the 70s.
Oh, man.
I shot a 75 before.
You shot 75.
Where'd you shoot a 75 at?
It was this was it's a course and shit. It was like a par 68 course.
I know you played, so I know you're not BS. I know people do BS.
I forget.
So this
what
was
it's
in
called.
high school.
We played in the Chamonix.
Was that your best?
That was my best round.
Best round 75.
Yeah. So
how often did you practice growing up?
Oh, we played every day because I was on the high school team.
For how many years? Like when did you start playing golf?
I probably like 7th, 8th grade.
Okay. Do you play golf, man?
I do. I'm not very good, but I play golf.
I never picked up golf until I went to North Carolina. I ended up getting a job at a golf course right by my house.
Yeah.
I was 19, 20 years old. It was a beautiful job, getting sunshine, all that. It was one of my favorite jobs of all time.
Yeah.
But I never played golf until then. I wish I played growing up, but I never did. Because you know why? That's a great game for fathers and sons.
It is.
Great game for fathers and sons.
Now I'm lucky to break 90 because I just don't play that much anymore.
Sure.
But back in the day, I could rip it a little bit.
I'm going to Myrtle Beach first week of May. I can't wait. Playing 4 rounds in 3 days, I believe. Flying, touching down, playing golf.
Middletown. It was called Middletown Country Club. There you go.
That's right.
It's not a good course. It's a very easy course. That's why I shot a 75.
All right, let's bring it back to the Sixers.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear about the golf game.
It's all right. No, we're in it. We're in the zone right now. We're going to talk about a number of things tonight as we're just getting started. And please reach out to us. Let us know what's on your mind. We're 10 minutes into it. Check the Facebook, please, if you wouldn't mind. And if you wouldn't mind, check the feed. Any questions, any good questions, any comments, any concerns from the people, the girls and guys out there that are watching. Let us know what's on your mind as we're going to transfer back into the Sixers. And I think Joel Embiid's going to play on Thursday night. I said this the other night, and I was wrong. Now I'm taking the emotion out of it. I just think after you see that, what he posted, I'm sick and tired of being babied, he is going to play. Now, he did respond after the game, and he said, I promised the city. He was frustrated. He told Ramona Shelburne of ESPN, I promised the city the playoffs, and I'm not on the court. I wish more than anything that I was out there. So, look, I understand why he says that. I understand why he's feeling that. I understand why he put that post out there. Look, I think there is some realistic views on whether, Joel Embiid signed that big-ass contract. He's young as hell. He's been with one team and one team only. I bet you they play more of there's like a father sense inside that organization as well. So he might have spoke out about that. And when he posted yesterday, I'm sick and tired of being babied. But I bet you Joel Embiid felt terrible 20 minutes later. Like, oh my God, I wish I didn't do that. I know he's a jokester on Instagram and everything like that, but I bet you he was feeling a certain type of way 20 minutes later because, he's frustrated right now and he wants to speak out about it, but he's got nothing but love and respect for his organization. He should. They made him a well-paid individual, took care of him and his family forever, his kids, whenever he gets down that road. I understand that why he feels that way. I understand why the Sixers would take offense to it. I understand why they would squash it, and everybody's moving on, and he's going to play a game for it.
He's competitive. And that's what you want to see. He just wants to win.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that at all. And
I had no problem with that post, Adrian.
None at all. And I'll tell you what, after the physicality that Miami exemplified last night, you kind of want to match that a little bit. The way that they were kind of fighting through the screens. They inserted Rodney Magruder in last night. Josh Richardson doing a good job on the defensive end with Marco Bellinelli and J.J. Redick. I wrote down in my article what they went combined from three. I forget what it was, but it wasn't good. It was like 3 for 15.
Oh, I got it right here, actually. Here's the box score. I'm going to put it up. Final score 113-103. 76ers were at one point, they had It was
2 of 20.
2 of 20. I think it was even worse than that. I want to say it was even worse than that.
Yeah.
They finished 7 of 36.
Yep, that's what they finished.
That's 19%.
And Bellinelli and Redick struggled all night.
And they got their shots off, too. I just want to point that out and say that they did get their shots off.
They did. They weren't as consistently open since it was in Game 1.
All right, here we go. I'm going to come to you, Ant. Ant, you got any Facebook comments from the people out there?
All right, I'm going to apologize in advance. Callan Von Sanden, let's get Simmons and Fultz on the court at the same time.
Simmons and Fultz on the court at the same time.
I I don't think it's going to happen. I think at the end of the season when Fultz was getting his time, it was in light of Simmons, so they were kind of, I guess, interchangeable. So I don't think it's going to happen this season. What do you guys think?
Well, last night they put McConnell out there instead of Fultz, and Brett Brown was saying after the game, he wanted to match Miami's physicality, so that's why he put T.J. McConnell out there. We'll see what they do in Game 3 because I want to see Fultz out there.
Yeah, and they talked about how, exactly what you just said, where Fultz didn't play anything in the second half, basically, or didn't play anything in the fourth quarter, didn't barely see him in the second half, to tell you the truth. Do we see him at all?
Not in the second half.
Not in the second half at all. That's right.
Not in the second half.
So, and I know that he said the physicality, as you just said, and they put McConnell, and, and they asked TJ today at practice what he saw. Did he see anything that was more physical than anything else? Of course, after you lose that game, you're going to bite your tongue a little bit. You don't want to praise up your opponent too much. So he didn't say there was all that much difference, but, interesting to hear all that. So I'm curious to see what Brett is going to take from that change in the second half and what he's going to do in the next one.
They really tried that to push the tempo, even after made baskets. If you remember, Simmons took the one inbound, so you just went straight down the court. So that was kind of their adjustment in the fourth quarter. They were just going to the tin at will, just pushing the pace as much as they could. And they got it within 2, and then it was Dwayne Wade again. Had the steal, goes all the way to the other end. You get the bucket. He had the jumper, the dagger with like 45 seconds left. So at the end of the day, man, Father Prime did his thing.
Father Prime, I like that.
Well, that's his nickname.
Well, we better see JoJo.
So it wasn't me. It wasn't an Adrian Fedke special.
No, I know that. We need to see the masked one before the game. I absolutely love what they did before Game 1. Obviously, putting him out there with the mask.
Fan of the process.
We better see him in Game 3. Yeah, I don't think that's going to get enough love. I don't think that's going to get enough attention. I really don't, because here's JoJo Embiid just loving life, putting him out there. Game 1, he's ringing the bell, mask, hilarious. There's a reason why they won 27, 130, 103, right? Game 1? 130, 103.
103.
I think that was. There's a reason why they won by 27 points.
Yeah.
You put Joel Embiid out there, bringing a freaking ring the bell, Joel! Let's go! Woo! Game 3, boys. Game 3. You ready?
I am ready.
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready.
I'm not feeling it right now from you
We
guys.
had one more.
You're not feeling it. I'm ready to go, baby.
Thanks for calling, soldier. Shout out, rest in peace, Gunny. Rest in peace, Gunny. Oh, man, from Full Metal Jacket. Private Pow! Man.
There he is.
Yeah. Sad.
Bring that up.
Sad. Gunny. He passed away, man.
R.I.P., man.
Yeah, and he had a show that was on like the History Channel, I think, and it was called Mail Time. Was it Mail Time? That's PTI. Mail Call. Mail Call. It's Mail Call, soldier. Rest in peace, Gunny. My boy, man, he was my roommate forever. He was at my wedding. Chris Moody, loved the kid to death. He actually texted me when he passed away, but he used to say this stupid freaking saying. And I don't know if it's true from Gunny or if it came from his mouth or if it's a Marine thing. I don't know. But he used to say, soldier, always remember 2 things. Keep a drop pair of socks, and Charlie could be anywhere. And I'm just telling you, dude, it like cracked me up. He had this southern twang in his voice. Funny as hell.
I feel like I can confirm that that's a Marine thing, or maybe it's a military thing across the board.
Keep a drop pair of socks, and Charlie could be anywhere. Thanks for calling, soldier. Mail call.
You're having way too much fun with that. Your inner Jimmy Hart there.
Mail call Jimmy Hart is exactly what I thought about.
Ooh, let me tell you, Mean Gene. The Earthling's gonna body slam Hulk Hogan.
Oh, and you know what, dude, Adrian.
That was such a good call by you, because I wanted to talk about Andre the Giant, the documentary on HBO.
Oh, okay. I'm actually going to watch that tonight.
You haven't seen it yet?
Because I've
Did
been
you
watching
see
it.
it?
I've been
I
playing
didn't
playoffs.
Kill me.
Oh my goodness! You
I
guys
want to
haven't
see
seen-
it, but we got
you
the
seen-
playoffs going on right now,
dude.
Yeah,
It's appointment television. Don't give me no excuses. That's appointment television.
I haven't watched it. I just
Andre
haven't
the-
gotten around to it.
It was incredible.
I'm sure it was.
That's all I'm going to
Because
say.
HBO documentaries are
So
always
as soon as,
awesome.
like, I'll be honest with you. Last night, I checked out of that. As soon as the fourth quarter started, the Spurs and Warriors, it was even a 6-point game. I checked out. Not watching it. I'm not watching what I know is going to happen.
Yeah.
The Warriors are not going to lose.
Oh, I know.
I'm not watching that. So I checked out, and last night I actually watched The Post, which is really good. A movie with Tom Hanks and Meryl Streep. Very good, very good. Of Watergate. And hello, everything we're dealing with now. History repeats itself, sort of. Check it out. Very good, very good, very good. Don't put your head down. Don't be scared.
I'm looking at the.
We got another question.
I'm joking.
We got
I'm
questions.
messing with you. I'm
Got another
messing with you.
question.
People want to know about LeBron.
This is my boy Terry. My boy Terry Giuliano. How do you guys feel
no.
about LeBron to Philly?
You tell Terry. You tell Terry this. It's what? What's today's date?
Today is April.
Yo, Terry.
Let's wait till
Yo.
the playoffs are over.
Terry. I'm talking to you specifically.
You did this to yourself, dude.
Terry what? Terry what?
Giuliano.
Terry Giuliano. Terry Giuliano. Just like Marco Bellinelli. All right, let me tell you, Terry. Bro, it's the playoffs. It's game 3. Free agency starts a long time from now. Let's just worry about who we have right now. LeBron, if you saw the one clip where he just rattled off every single player that was on the dude, it was out of nowhere. It was out of nowhere. It was about 3 weeks ago, not even. And he just rattles off every bench player, every starter, and it was just him gushing in his own locker room. He's sick of that owner. He is leaving Cleveland. Philadelphia is at that table, but who cares? We'll handle that free agency when that gets here. For right now, let's just focus on what we have. You know, I had a guy that wrote, I had a guy that put out that sign when Cleveland came to town that Friday night, and he put this sign that said, F you, LeBron, we don't want you, blah, 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 blah. My point was, dude, who cares about that? And I hate to sound like this, but if you're going to make a sign, why don't you say, hey, JoJo, come on back, get healthy. Ben Simmons, hell of a rookie year. Make a freaking sign that matters. Who cares about LeBron right now? But if he does come, look out. Look out.
And if I know LeBron the way I know LeBron, I think he's coming because he's got that inferiority complex where he wants to catch up to MJ and catch up to his titles. And
Can he go to Houston to do that?
Well, see, Houston, I think, is like too Kevin Durant-ish and too cheap. So he's going to come to Philly.
No, I disagree. I think Kevin Durant set the tone by like, who cares?
Yeah.
50 years from now, they're not. Now we're talking about it.
Stop. Let's move on then.
50 years from now, they're not even going to mention.
I'm going to remember. I'm going to be like, KD, you're a bitch for going to Golden State.
No way. I respect it.
You can't respect that move.
He needed a ring. If you wanted a ring, hang on. You're not going to go to the best. You're not going to go to your most way to get a ring.
He was just like in the conference.
Respect that?
He did what he had to do to get a ring.
I want you to choose your words correctly here. You respect that.
Respect's a strong word, so you do have me there.
Yeah,
but
okay, you understand it.
Yeah.
I get that. Because that's my point, and it's like 20 years from now, 10 years from now, dude, no one's going to remember.
I will remember.
You know, these schmoes that are going to be on whatever talking show out that will be out in 10 years from now, and it'll be when we're eating our bowl of cereal, it'll be like this vision right in front of us, and like Baby Bayless is in our frickin' milk. That sort of, whatever that is, I don't know, Demolition Man, Minority Report, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Respect is a strong word. Respect is a strong word. You get it. He got a championship, whatever. And no one's going to remember that. And that's the way I look at LeBron. LeBron wants to come to Philadelphia, fine. He wants to go to Houston, fine. All I know is when he went back to Cleveland, you go look that tape up. The co-host and I, when I was on the air, when that shit went down, we fought. Because he told me he was going to stay in Cleveland for the rest of his career. I said, bullshit. Bullshit. You can pull that tape up right now. He was like, he's going back. Because remember, it was a well-orchestrated event. He released the Sports Illustrated.
Yeah.
And that's how everybody knew.
Yep.
He was on the page or on the front the cover. So it was
Jenkins.
like, oh, there it is. Boom. He's going back to Cleveland. Cool. Oh, I felt like there was something. Fake is a strong word. Phony is a strong word. I was about to say that. That's too much of a strong word. I just felt like it was just too perfect. It was like, yeah, he's going to go back there. He's probably going to win a ring. I felt that. Even though he deserves a lot more credit than me expecting him to win a ring there. So, hold up. I got to take that back. That's damn good. He went back. It was one of the greatest sports stories of all time. So, I respect that all day, but I have no problem. If he wants to leave now, and say, I don't get along with Dan Gilbert. I'm coming to Philadelphia to play Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, and then rattle off every freaking bench player and assistant coach they have like he did 2 weeks ago. Come on to Philadelphia, Bron.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done talking. I've been rambling here.
See, we spent like 5 minutes on that. 5 minutes, way too much. What are we on to now? We got Brandon Alierski thinks the Sixers are going to win 6 games. That's what I said before the series.
That's fair.
That's what I said before the series, so I'm with you there. And Ian, this is a question for you there, Ant.
I know. I'm reading it.
I don't know if I'd want to trade Giroux.
You can't trade Giroux. You cannot. He's going to be a Hart finalist. You're not going to trade a Hart finalist. He's the heart and soul of the team.
Be bold.
I don't care what he's worth. You're not going to trade Claude Giroux. That would set you back entirely too far. And I'm going to try to tread carefully here, but I'm going to be bold. He's a Flyers great. He is a Flyers great.
He is a Flyers great.
But I mean, like, you think Flyers greats, you think you're Bobby Clark's, you're Bernie Perrance.
Dude, he's playing.
Eric Lindros
Is this his 11th year here? Claude's?
Yes.
Dude, that's forever. Like, that's a long
I think he came up in 07.
I want to say 11
I'd
years.
like to fact check that. And I'm sorry, I would not trade Claude Giroux. That's not something I would
Not
go for.
now. Not now. Not now.
Trade Wayne Simmons? Yes. That I would do. I would be down with the Simmons trade.
I mean, I don't think you're going to break the farm by trading Claude Giroux. I don't think you're going to get a lot in
I don't think you're going to get enough back.
Why not? Keep him around. There's something to be said about that guy, that type of person in the locker room.
I think he just cracked, I want to say it's
And
the
he
top
backed
5
up
in Flyers scoring.
He had his best career. This is a career year.
Best career year. 102 points, second highest.
If you hung on
points
to him
in the
this
league.
long, you're not getting rid of him.
Second highest points in the league. Highest
true.
by someone in the playoffs. Highest by a guy whose team's in the playoffs. Connor McDavid and the Oilers did not make the playoffs this year.
I mean, this isn't like Claude Giroux from 5 years ago where you're going to get a lot from him.
Yeah.
No. So we just,
This isn't Peter Laviolette announced him as the best player in the world.
Yeah.
Very true. Before the Pittsburgh series, right? Or was it
During.
after? It was during? And that was my point. Everyone kept on asking me about the Flyers. Like, how do you feel? I'm like, dude, they get through this Penguins series. Like, I don't know what they're going to have left in the tank.
Yes, this is a brutal series.
We saw.
That's what happened the last time when they beat the
2012.
Penguins. They went and lost in the next round.
The only game they won against the
Devils.
Devils. It was on my birthday.
They wasted all their energy beating
was
the
awesome.
Penguins, and then they
Nice.
went and lost
We
the next
partied.
series.
It was a good time. Let's finish up on the 76ers because we will
All
talk
right.
about a number of other things. Actually, you know what? This is the Facebook Live, so we're gonna go ahead and finish up on the 76ers. But we're gonna do some other videos, so make sure you check us out. You'll see obviously posted on the PhillyHipster.com website, and of course on Facebook and all of our social media platforms throughout.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a couple different videos, but we wanted to go about 25-30 minutes.
Yeah,
talk
and
a little
then we
76ers.
started talking about LeBron.
Yeah,
Sean had too much wine, and then they busted out the
Next
Jimmy
note.
Hart.
Thanks for calling, soldier. Keep a dry pair of socks, and Charlie could be anywhere.
So how do we want to conclude the Sixers talk? Joel Embiid's coming back. Sixers are going to win the series. NBA Finals.
Well, we are going to talk about some Eagles stuff as we got John Barchard. He covered it
do it.
today. We got some other stuff. This was the latest today that we saw from JoJo Embiid. We're going to finish up on Joel Embiid here. This is from ESPN.com, but Brett answered the media today and said it's still moving forward. This was before the practice today. What I can say is there is a unified effort with his representation and the people around him, with the people that did the operation, doctors, staff, all that. We're all doing this. There's a unified sort of spirit and line of communication. Brett, all I know is, my friend, get his ass out there. I know that there's some people out there saying, hold up, we got to wait till he's healthy. It's not worth it. You babied him all this long, and it's worked out. Look, you take it the words from the horse's mouth. That's what Embiid said out there. That's BS. This is the playoffs. It's game 3. If he's not, risking vision, damage, And again, that's like, dude, you're talking about an elbow to the eye. That can happen to anybody. But if it's still tender in that area, hasn't healed, I get it.
I can understand
and I
that,
hope
yeah.
that's the case. I hope that's the case. But at the same time, all due respect, and I hate to be like this, but if this is hockey, are they playing?
Ooh.
If it's hockey, he's playing.
It is.
Who's that dude that had the heart attack and went out and finished the game?
I hope that's. But again, is that even NHL? Was that NHL?
Yeah.
Or was it
recently?
No, that wasn't this year.
Not recently.
If this was the NBA in the 90s,
no,
he would play.
I'm just saying. I get it. If it's a little tender around there, and oh my God, it's a vision, dude. I get it, but it's the playoffs. It's the playoffs, and sometimes some of that hockey mentality needs to come out. I hope that don't take that as a hot take. That's just reality. That's just truth.
Yeah.
And Joel feels the same way. Let's get his ass.
Well, it
on
makes
the
you
court.
think about it a little bit differently, saying that.
Yes and no, and yes and no. I'm glad it does, but
Yeah.
I understand if you said that's not how we're looking at it. And I don't want to play doctor from Contra Hockey either, but that's exactly what I'm doing.
He wants to be out there. Let
Yes,
him
he
play.
does. For Adrian Fedque, Ant Mazziotti, I'm Sean Brace. Make sure you check out our other videos. We got some other cool stuff. We're going to film up a bunch of stuff tonight. So make sure you catch our Flyers report, our Around Philly Sports in 90 seconds. We're going to have a little fun with the name game, all that. We're going to have a lot of fun. So make sure you check out all of our other segments that will be coming out periodically throughout the week at PhillyUpshire.com.
It's all about this guy.
Yes, for Adrian
This
Fedque.
guy.
That guy.
This guy.
For Ant Mazziotti.
What up?
Be bold, excuse me. I went to a Phillies game this week. First time sitting in the Diamond Club. Last
Nice.
week. Yes.
They're fun to watch.
Scott Kingery
They're
hit
very
a grand
fun to watch.
slam.
Scott Kingery.
I was at that game.
Nice.
I
Yeah.
harassed the
First
piss
grand
out of Joey Votto.
Oh, I think I was watching on Instagram.
Nice.
Harassed the piss out of Joey Votto.
He takes like a champ though. He gives it back.
He's an asshole. Joey Votto's an asshole.
He doesn't like giving baseballs to the kids.
Yeah, I mean, there's like having fun, but like when you mess with kids, that's pretty big.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Although the kid's going to remember it, and like I'm glad that there's one, but I'm going to say you're an asshole. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
And a majority of people are going to say that. It was a good game. We were at the Diamond Club. It was freezing cold, still fun. It was the Sixers Atlanta game. There was a Sixer, whatever. Long story short, whatever. But we were in the Diamond Club having a good time, having a bunch of drinks, and I was giving it to Votto, giving it to him. Joey Votto, you're a bad guy. He looked at me and said, "I'm a bad guy. I'm a bad guy." He probably donates.
He probably laughed.
Probably
at that one.
donates thousands to charity, all
Yeah.
that. And my wife, she has no clue. She has no clue what's going on. I'm just harassing this Joey Votto guy. She has no freaking clue what is going on. She's hitting me. You said he's a bad guy? That's terrible. Don't say he's a bad guy.
I'm sure he's heard much worse than
Joey Votto, you're a bad guy. That's what I kept yelling. Oh,
bad
man. It was hilarious, though. Look, in my mind.
He
it was
likes
fun.
playing that role of heel on the road.
He went 0 for 4 that night. 0 for 4.
All because of you.
And he
Chalk up to your heckling.
And he kept grounding out to the. So he grounded out the first at bat to the
shift.
The shift. Thank you. In between first and second would have been a base hit. Hello, Ryan Howard. What up? Right to the shift.
Yeah.
Comes up next. Votto, the shift's got you. We're gonna gobble you up again. Right to it. Everybody got nuts. He went to the opposite end of the dugout to go in.
Yeah.
And everybody, two dudes ran down. I swear to God, we're like, dude, you're in his head. You're in his head. So he comes up the next time. It was like the 7th inning, whatever. Close game. I think it was like 1-1, 1-0, whatever.
Yeah.
And same stuff. I'm like, Votto! Second base shift. Here it comes. Whack right to the same spot.
Oh,
Place
man.
was going. There was nobody there. It was so cold, but it was hilarious. And he came out for in the 9th inning, I believe, popped up to right field, but it was just perfect. He went 0 for 4 that night. We gave Joey Votto shit. It was good.
Gave him
stuff.
the business.
Gave Joey Votto the business. Joey Votto! Yo! Shout out to the Phillies and Gabe Kapler. Keep it going, boys and girls. All right, we're going to talk a bunch over on our Facebook page. And, of course, check out on the website, PhillyUpshire.com, throughout the course of the week. We're going to have a lot of fun. Before we get out of here, I definitely want to give a quick shout-out to, of course, our sponsors, SkullShaver.com. Yes, SkullShaver.com. Make sure you check them out. All bald guys, man. Change your life. Trust me when I tell you that. And real estate, the time is coming around right now. Colin Good and the Good Team Sells. If you have any questions or you're looking at a property around here or anything, you need a realtor, whatever it may be, rental property. Look, Colin Good and the Good Team Sells took care of me. This is where I bought my house. You guys like my house? Is this a good house?
Nice
right?
house. Nice house.
All right, Colin
like your
Good.
house.
Colin Good sold this to me. So make sure you check out Colin Good and the Good Team Sells on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're going to be doing a bunch of stuff. So we're going to link up. So please, Colin Good and the Good Team Sells if you're in the market for a new property. All right, for Adrian Fedku, Ant Mazziotti, and I'm Sean Brace. Everybody have a good night. We'll talk to you next time. Peace.